Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Salt City Live show. Nick,
What's happening?
it's Wednesday, afternoon.
It's Wednesday
Wednesday.
afternoon.
Who's this guy hanging out with us?
Everett.
Are you getting bashful now that the camera's on? We have a special guest in the studio. Everett Ballman is joining in. He's going to be a future YouTuber. Is that right?
True.
All right. Very true. All right. So, hey, everybody, got a lot of stuff to talk about this evening. Excited for some new stuff and everything else too from that part. So let's first to keep this racetrack alive and going. We got some great sponsors to talk about.
Absolutely. So
Some new sponsors.
We've got a whole slew of new sponsors. Phil, take it away.
All right, Alan Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep there in Hutch, stepped up big time to help support racing and stuff. Don and his crew over there, we got together and got a great package put together with those guys too. So Alan Samuels, welcome aboard. We also got Quality Body Shop. They've stepped up to help with the gates.
Yep.
And we have we hired a guy last night to start working on the gates. Got a pretty good plan put together there on the gates to get everything safer and smoother, especially for when USAC shows up. But I really think, Nick, it's a lot better plan for everybody on the racing side getting those two gates fixed.
Yeah, 100%. There were a few safety issues there, and given the right circumstance, could have been a bad deal. So we're going to get those things fixed. We're going to make them safe, or these guys are going to make them safe, and we're really excited about that. So it'll be just a whole lot nicer than what we've had it in the past.
Of course, Low and Color Graphics has stepped up. They're going to do all the printing, everything for us. And, of course, they're going to take care of the pace truck also.
Yeah.
So, Low and Corporation, thank you guys for that. Bob Gertz Auto. Talked to them last week. They called us and stepped up with a nice, great package. Hutch Auto Body also do. Ken Hunnell, we talked to him. He was excited from that part. Pro Value Insurance stepped up big time for us too. So, excited to have them on board this year. And Woodwork Manufacturing, Teresa and the gang over there, excited for that. A lot of race fans in Woodwork Manufacturing.
Big history in the sport of racing with that group.
And last but not least, so far, we're not done, but so far, AutoZone has stepped up. So we met with them out of Kansas City, and they are pumped to be part of this future racetrack and what we're doing over here in Hutchinson. So a lot of great things happening, everybody, a lot of excitement. And me and Nick will be headed back over again Friday to see some more people over there in Hutch. From that part, we were over there last week and made quite a few contacts and things like that. But I tell you, the vibe in Hutchinson is very strong.
Yeah, 100%. Just the outpour from the whole community over there. I mean, we haven't really gone anywhere where they have said no. I think everybody is wanting to support the racetrack. I think all of the businesses in Hutch are for the racetrack, and that's just a real positive sign.
Okay, let's move into old sponsors. Of course, we've got Murphy Tractor and Equipment. I can't tell you, Dan and Curtis.
Can't do without them, man.
They are great guys. They're race fans. They love what we're doing. Met with them. Going to meet with them again tomorrow morning and get things kicked off with those guys. But to get that equipment stuff is very huge. Richardson Brothers Construction, of course. John and Ross have done it. Kicked in everything really well. Again, Andale Ready Mix. Already been talking to Mike and getting 10 new panels poured to get those panels up and ready to go. BG Products stepped in again, of course, as good as always. And then Construction Rental. They got their offices open there in Hutch, and they're kicking in a lot more stuff this year than they did last year. So that's great. I think a lot of it's just because they've got their office now open in Hutch.
Great brand new place. Awesome looking store too.
Yeah. Evans Building. Bill Johnson and his crew, of course. Evans Building is going to be the title sponsor of the Silver Crown race. They stepped up with a nice little check. Yep. To do that. So Bill and your crew, thank you for that. Zener Electric, Dusty and his gang over there at Zener Electric there at Hutch. Can Equip's going to keep bringing us a few tractors and stuff throughout the year, so that's cool. And Egbert Liquor and Jackson's Meats have teamed up to help take care of a lot of our VIP nights. And, of course, Bradbury Company out of Mountain Ridge still stepping up with buying all the tickets and everything for their employees. And I know they got a lot of race fans in their business too.
So just... I just got a text from Craig Shive, one of the tech guys for Dodge City and Salt City, and he asks if the body shop sponsors will fix the water truck when Kyler misses the gate. So a little bit of a joke there, but
yeah,
good times.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, way to go, Craig.
Kyler gonna have to find his own sponsor for that.
You started the bus rolling, Craig, so be careful. Right. So, and again, thank to all the sponsors. That's really great that stepped up from that part. So thank you all for joining in. Again, there's our schedule up, and that's where I kind of want to roll to next. I know, Nick, we got an agenda. We kind of get kicked back and forth off that agenda.
Yeah, we go all around it. But yeah, April 25th, it's coming up fast. It's going to be here before you know it. Heartland Modified Tour and URSS Sprints. So we've got some exciting news about that Heartland Modified Tour race. Phil, what are we doing?
Well, okay, guys, for all you modified racers going to come race with the Heartland Modified Touring Series, we got a great thing. Ethan Hafner stepped up.
Central Spray Foam and Cement Lifting.
So, Ethan, thank you very much. And basically, Ethan has kicked in some cash for the purse. So that race is now going to pay an extra $500 to the winner. And it's going to pay, instead of paying $350 to start, it's going to pay $450 all the way to 9th place.
9th to 24th.
9th to 24th is going to pay $450 to start instead of $350. So, Ethan, thank you for that money. Thank you for taking care of the racers. That's what's huge about this sport. It's keeping the racers alive and stuff like that too. So, Ethan, thank you for the partnership. And anybody looking for spray foam or your cement lifting, make sure you get a hold of Ethan and give him a ring or a buzz from that part too. We just kind of made the deal here later this afternoon. I didn't get a chance to get his logo up, but we'll get that up on the next show. And once again, extra $500 to win. And $500 to win, and it's going to pay, instead of $350, it's going to pay $450 all the way to 9th place from 9th to 24. So racers, make sure you thank Ethan when you see him and everything else from that part. So Ethan, again, thank you for that great partnership. It's huge.
100%. Can't do it without those guys for sure. And then after our April 25th race, we're going to come back in a couple weeks on May 9th, and we're going to have Thunder Through the Plains, which will be the Rebel late models and URSS Sprint Car Series. That's going to be an exciting race. Expecting a lot of cars for that. So Kyler was supposed to be calling in here. Haven't seen him yet, but
you can't find his socks.
I don't think he can find his socks. He told me a little bit ago that he had just got up. So.
Yeah, he fell back asleep.
Yeah, definitely. So, and then we're going to go on to May 23rd. It's going to be our IMCA season points opener. So, first night for the regular classes will be May 23rd. And then the following weekend to finish out the month of May. Man, May is going to be a busy month in Hutch.
Sure is.
ASCS National Sprint Car Series. And we're going to have an announcement for our other class. I think hopefully we're going to be able to put some super stocks on that date, but we're trying to cross a few T's and dot a few I's and make sure we can make that happen. So that'll get us through the month of May. And then, of course, June, another Rebel late model series race and IMCA points. And then that's going to bring us to July 18th and 19th. We're going to have round 2 of the Salt City 100 with the Silver Crown cars.
Can't wait for that.
Man, I can't wait for that either. We said, I think there's a pretty good chance. I think last year we ended up having 19 cars that showed up. I think this year, the race got such a good rap through the whole racing community in general. I think we stand a pretty good chance of seeing quite a few more cars.
Talked to Tommy Estes a couple weeks ago, and he's excited. He's pumped for the race, and I think he's exactly right. I think the guys were so worried what that track was going to do. And from the previous history and stuff too, and now that they saw we've got a track that they can race on and go 100 laps and not burn up tires, I think we're going to see a good crew. I think from that part, and Tommy agrees too.
100%. And the July 18th and 19th is going to be our first of 3 2-night events over there at Hutch. And Phil, you and I have spent some time going and visiting most of the hotels in Hutch. Yep. And trying to work out some deals to get some rooms blocked off, maybe potentially get some rooms that we can kind of give away.
Yep.
So we should have plenty of lodging for everybody that's coming over and spending 2 days with us.
It's the thing about it is over there is, that's why I was talking about the vibe over there in Hutch. All the hotels we met with there, they were excited. They loved last year. They saw what we were doing. They loved the idea. We got a 3-year commitment now to help do that. And that's why they all they didn't say no. They wanted to say, what can we do to help? And that's exciting from that part too.
Yep. And then August 22nd and 23rd, we're going to have a 2-day Rebel late model series race. I think that's actually going to be co-sanctioned with the Sooner series too. So probably have a whole bunch of cars at that deal. That Friday night, we're going to run IMCA points, and Saturday night, August 23rd, we're still trying to figure out what we're going to run with the late models there, but hopefully have something ironed out here soon. And then September 19th, we're going to have late models again. We're going to run a lot of late models this year.
That's odd.
Yeah. and have our final IMCA points race of the year. So hopefully, knock on wood, we'll get that one in.
Yeah, we didn't last year.
Yeah,
no, we shouldn't have brought that up.
Shouldn't have brought that up, but
that's okay.
And then October 10th and 11th, man, I'm excited for that one.
That's going to be a fun time. Going to be a good show. Everything else too. So kick the season off with that October 10th and 11th. Those sprint cars again. And who doesn't love a sprint car race?
I love a good sprint car race. That's for sure. So ASCS National Sprint Car Series 2-day show. I think that's one of the few races that they're going to have left on the season. So the ASCS typically has a pretty good points battle and stuff going on. So it should hopefully not disappoint.
That should be Lonnie Wheatley and I have been talking and everything. He's pumped for that 2-day show, and I think it's going to be a good points battle. Probably come into that too. So should be some good racing on that part too.
100%. So, but now let's back up all the way back to the beginning of the schedule.
Yeah.
And on Thursday night, actually, I put April 25th down, but our race night is Friday, April the 25th. So Thursday night, April the 24th, we are going to have an open practice at Salt City. It's Thursday night. We'll probably start somewhere around 6:30 or 7. Give everybody a chance to go. We'll run through the evening, get the lights turned on. So have pretty good time to practice. So pretty much open to whoever wants to come out there and practice. So if you want to do it, just make plans to be there. And
there we go.
Open practice night.
Okay, some chat lines coming up. Daryl says World of Outlaws. Well, we are working on that. It's not going to happen in 2025.
No.
But we are working on some stuff with that and the high limits and stuff too. Another one is any state fair races, not this year. At this time, the fair, we've got our schedule out there where we're going to race. And I don't know, maybe in the future we can figure out a day that we can get a race in on the fair and that sort of stuff too. But at this point, no races on the fair at this time. So,
yep. Benny Dick says hi, the biggest Kansas City Chiefs fan I know. Mark from Ark City, Kansas, he's watching. Hi, Mark. And Daryl from Manhattan. And
got Jim Petty hanging out. Jim Petty's been doing a great job selling the lap. So if you're looking for a way to do a little sponsorship with a $100 lap for the Silver Crown race, Jim Petty's out selling those. So that'll be fun to have for that too.
Spectators allowed this year for practice night. I don't know yet that we're going to have the grandstands open or not, but we'll probably have a reduced pit pass price for that night. That's typically what they do, so we'll be able to. We'll find that out for sure.
We'll find that out, Robin.
I
haven't crossed that. Yeah, we haven't crossed that bridge with Brian. We got him to agree to do the practice night, so I'll call him up and ask him and talk about that too. Super Stocks, yes,
we're going to have him back. I think for at least 2 dates, but we can't officially put it out there yet. But I think the first one is going to be May 30th. I think.
Yeah. Anyway, tickets for the Heartland is $18.
Yep, $18. Tickets are. I'm glad you asked that, Dallas. Tickets are on sale online, saltcityracingllc.com or our My Race Pass page.
Kevin, still working on the flat track motorcycle. Not this year. I just couldn't quite fit the budget. The purse that was put out to me, I just couldn't. Sorry, not yet. I'm not tuning it out, but I'm just saying not in 2025. We gotta see how 2025 goes before we see how we do other things that we have in the progress moving forward from that thing too. So it's just
haven't got the right circumstance yet.
Yeah, it just doesn't fit the picture financially wise to do that just yet. How about that? Does that sound all right?
James Furman, what is happening, buddy? Good to see you on.
All right, Tony Parrish watching from Iowa, coming from the NJCA tournament, enjoying Hutch and work for MVG. You guys do a great job promoting. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
And Dennis Nelson says, great job. Okay, so we all caught up there.
I think we're all caught up on the chat line, unless it's, it looks like it's scrolled to the bottom.
So anyway, again, a lot of new sponsors, a lot of new stuff. Next week we'll be able to, I'm sure after Nick and I go over Friday, we'll be able to talk about that. I'm not sure exactly when the gates are going to get started on that either, but like I said, I did hire the guy last night after he gave the We met him over there last week, and he's got his estimate together to get the gates fixed. Starting the 1st of April, we're going to be over there finally working. We'll get the equipment from Murphy Tractor Equipment, and we've got 30 semi-tires laid out in the infield where we're going to bury those semi-tires instead of trying to do a dirt berm this year.
Or big Ute tires.
Huh?
Or the big Ute tires.
Yeah, the big Ute tires are going to go away. I shouldn't say away, just push them back a little bit or whatever.
Yep.
I think that's going to be
great.
I think that's going to be great for racing. I think it's going to be a lot better. That last race we had when the dirt berm just didn't work out like we was hoping it was going to be from that part.
But hey, we had to learn, right?
Yeah, had to learn. Joe Petty watching from Freeport, Texas. Must be down there. Are you down there racing, Joe, or what are you doing? Jeremy Kane, what are you doing, buddy?
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, Kevin, I get you on that. You're very welcome. There's a lot of hard work going into this, and a lot of things behind the scenes that a lot of everybody doesn't see, and what happens, what Nick and I are doing to try to keep this racetrack alive and breathing. Just can't thank everybody enough that's helping us and get the sponsors. I'm going to tell you, the response out of everybody we talked to there in Hutch that we've been to has just been phenomenal. From that part, just excited for a first race. That's what I'm excited for. Now that we just announced the new Heartland Modified Touring deal with Ethan Hafner and the spray foam and cement lift, kicked in the extra money to pay $450 to start instead of $350, all the way from 9th to 24th is going to pay $450, and we're going to add $500 to the winner. So
it'll be $2,500 to win, $450
to start
to 24th.
So your modified guys, get ready. It's going to be a fun time at the big half mile from that part too. Of course, by that time, I think that's their third race. I think
so. They kick off. They have a 2-night event at Humboldt this weekend. So
so exciting stuff. You want to watch that on Racing Dirt.
Yep.
And again, Racing Dirt will be doing our live videos and stuff for us this year, also over at Hutch. So thank those guys very well. We got a great partnership with Trenton and Austin and Eric. So guys, thank you for all the partnerships and everything else too. So it's going to be fun. That first race, April the 25th, and practice on the 24th. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Shannon asked if we would have an enduro race. I tell you, an enduro race would be a lot of fun over there. That is for sure. But there's so many ideas and so many things, kicking around, and we just have such a limited date to do them. So again, we get through this season, see how this season goes. That may be something we experiment with going forward. So,
yeah. And who knows what we got working. So I'm just excited for this year. We get to pick our dates. We're not on top of anybody. Slina moving to Saturday night. They're going to bring back the hobby stock classes to Hutch, which is cool. And from that part, and just excited for 2025.
100%. Are you excited? Are you excited? What are you excited for?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Don't know.
When are you going to start coming to the races with us?
You're missing out all the fun, Everett.
You are.
I don't know. It's just loud for me.
It's just loud. Well,
we'll get you some earmuffs.
We'll get you some earmuffs.
Get you some earmuffs on. You'll be okay.
Yep. Okay. What else? What have we not covered?
I don't know. Let's once again, the April 25th race, the Ethan Hafner Central Spray Foam and Cement Lift kicked in a bunch of extra money to where it's going to pay $2,500 to win, $450 to start, 9th all the way back to 24th spot.
That's right.
So
thank you,
for
Ethan.
That.
That's awesome, man.
Yep. So real quick, Nick, is that everything on our list?
Yep.
I think so.
Let's read them sponsors off one more time.
Let's start with the ones that's been with us for both years. Murphy Tractor and Equipment, those guys bringing everything for us. Richard Brothers Construction, Andale Ready Mix, and like I said, Mike's getting those wall panels pulled up and poured already. You talked to him just yesterday, so that's exciting for that part too. BG Products, all the great preventive maintenance products we have and the great partnership we have here with BG. Construction Rentals, those guys have got their office now in Hutch, and they've stepped up even bigger more. Evans Building, of course, Bill Johnson is going to be the title sponsor for the Silver Crown race. Bill Johnson and the Evans Building Company gave us some cash for that, so that's very cool. Zener Electric, is always, Dusty and his crew keeping us lights on out there. Can Equip bringing us the tractors. Egbert Liquor and Jackson Meats, and of course Bradbury Company out of Salina buying all those great tickets for their employees to come watch. And so far, new sponsors: Alan Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep. I'm going to bring that up for a minute. Everybody's going to say, what are you doing that for, Phil? Well, you know what? Everybody needs to participate in this racetrack. It's not just a Mel Hamilton racetrack. This is a racetrack for everybody. And I'm excited that Alan Samuel sees it the same way. Are we in competition with each other? Yeah, we are. But you know what? This is about racing. This is about a racetrack, and this is about building relationships and what this is about. So that's why when we talked to Donnie, he was excited, he was pumped, and I was excited, pumped too. So Donnie at Alan Samuels, thank you for jumping on board with us. Quality Body Shop taking care of those gates we're getting fixed up. So those guys have been great. Low and Color Graphics doing all the printing and all the stuff, and going to take care of the pace truck. So
I can't wait to see that pace truck.
Me either. Bob Gertz Auto stepped up with a nice package too. Hutch Auto Body kicked up a nice package. Pro Value Insurance, a real good package. And of course, Woodwork Manufacturing hooked up with us just this week. They got a lot of race fans in their company, and excited for that too. And another big one is Auto Zone. Met with
Get
all
in
the
the
people.
zone.
Get in the zone. So excited for those guys to step up and be on board with us, and just excited for everything we got coming. And again, we're going to be back over there Friday, talking to a few more people. And again, the hotels are going to step up. We haven't got everything all dialed in with the hotels yet, but some pretty nice stuff coming there too. From that part. So what Delbert got?
Delbert says, just hope I can go to the April race. I mean, it's the highest point in severe storm season.
Okay, Delbert.
Don't be scared. Let's go.
It's race season.
We got a big concrete bunker out there if we need it.
That we do. So anyway, Gus, put the schedule back up one more time as we're closing out, so everybody can kind of look at that schedule one more time. Everybody get your tickets bought, get ready to go, get your friends, get your family. Let's fill these grandstands up. Let's make this a fun season. And can't thank everybody and everybody doing everything we can to keep this racetrack alive in Hutchinson. It's going to be a great, fun year. It's going to be busy. It's going to be crazy. But hey, what else would we like, Nick? Right?
Hey, I don't know anything any different.
No, me either. So, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Keep excited for April 25th for the big race. April 24th is practice. And we'll talk about open up if we can open up the grandstands for that or not. Not sure we can. Haven't got that looked at from that part. So very excited for everything coming in 2025.
Me too. Let's go.
All right, everybody, let's go racing. And if you got anything, jump on our Facebook page, whatever, questions, comments, whatever. Keep them coming.
Email us.
Call us here at the store, whatever it might be. And everybody have a great night. And I'll talk to you hopefully some of you Saturday morning at 9 o'clock for the Under the Hood podcast. And we'll be back live next Wednesday at 6 o'clock with more updates and everything else at Salt City Racing. Everybody have a great evening.
See ya.